All rise for support court with Judge Vonda B. Judge, this is case number JVB 2005, Campos case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. Okay. Is it Mrs. Campos?
Mrs.
Miss, okay. You brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, I'm bringing my son to court to see if I can get summons for his son, my grandson, Julian. He's 6 years old. Juan and Julian's mom were together up until about 3 years ago.
Okay.
Had a good life, beautiful home.
All right, guys, this case starts like a simple family support dispute, but it quickly turns into something much heavier. A grandmother walks into court not for herself, but for her 6-year-old grandson, claiming she's been left to carry the financial, emotional, and medical burden while the child's father keeps living comfortably. And once Judge Vonda B starts digging, what looks like a custody support issue begins exposing a whole pattern of hidden money, missing information, and family betrayal. Stay with this one, because the deeper this case goes, the uglier it gets.
And everything was fine. Well, last year, Grandpa passed away.
I'm sorry about that.
Thank you. And things have gotten tougher because of that. So to the point where I came out of retirement. I'm Ubering when Julian's at school, and his life hasn't changed at all. He's still literally in the house that he was in when they were a family. He doesn't visit, like, Julian's like detached from him because it's been 3 years that he'll come around.
I do see
you
him.
know,
I do see him.
and
I'll get to you shortly.
and
Okay.
he
Sorry,
comes
Your Honor.
around, but I don't get any financial support. I don't see that his life has changed at all. And we had to move.
This is where the emotional weight of the case really starts to land. The grandmother isn't just saying she helps out sometimes. She's explaining that after her husband passed away, she had to come out of retirement and start driving Uber just to keep her grandson stable. Meanwhile, the father still has the house, still has his lifestyle, and yet the child is sleeping on a sofa in a one-bedroom apartment with grandma. That contrast matters, because family court always looks at who is actually carrying the child's daily needs, not just who says they care.
Comes over so rarely. What really ticked me off was a little bit back ago, he went and bought Julian some clothes. He also bought himself some clothes. But what my grandson had told me was that if he could have Susie, like Juan. And I said, what do you mean? He got you some new shoes? No. He said, we went to the mall, we got his clothes, his shoes, and then he stopped at Walmart on the way home and got Julian stuff. I guess because it's cheaper. I get it. I mean, for Julian, he's getting Walmart from me, he's getting Walmart from him.
But Julian was with him.
He was literally with him, and he took him, and I thought they were gonna, you know, maybe things had changed with him.
And then comes one of those smaller details that actually says a lot about the bigger picture. Grandma describes the father buying himself nicer clothes and shoes, then stopping somewhere cheaper for Julian's things. On paper, that might sound petty, but in context, it becomes symbolic. It's not really about Walmart versus the mall. It's about a child watching his father prioritize himself first, again and again. Those little moments can shape how a judge reads someone's credibility, because they reveal attitude, priorities, and whether support is being given with care or with bare minimum effort.
I mean, so I went and tried to get him some medical coverage, food stamps. Well, they tell me no, because with the Medicaid, they needed his information. They said that he's under child support. The mother has been paying the state child support all these years.
Okay, wait. So she's been paying child support to him?
Apparently so. I haven't seen one dime.
Okay. All right. And so Julian is under Medicaid.
I couldn't get him under Medicaid
Oh, you
because
couldn't get him
I
under-
couldn't. That's how I found out about the child support. When I asked him about it on that he made to buy the clothes, he said that no, he doesn't get in it. He doesn't know where it's going to this and that. But I know Juan. There's that money. He knows what I'm talking about. You know, he knows he's getting it, but I'm not getting it.
Okay. So you just want one to pay child support and you have the opportunity to get health.
Now the case takes a major turn. Grandma discovers that Julian's mother has apparently been paying child support all along. But Grandma, the person actually raising and supporting the child, hasn't seen any of that money. That is a huge legal and moral problem. If support payments are being sent to the father while the grandmother is covering food, housing, medicine, and daily care, the court is immediately going to question whether those funds are reaching the child at all. At that point, this stops being a misunderstanding and starts looking like a serious misuse of child support.
Mr. Compost, okay, so is it indeed a fact that you have been receiving child support from the mother of your son?
Yes, I have.
¿Ves? Que
Okay.
te dije.
And you didn't file?
No, I didn't feel the need to.
Okay, wait a minute. Is it true that your son, your 6-year-old, has been living with mom for 3 years?
Off and on, not totally all 3 years, off and on. I do.
What do you mean by off and on? Like on the weekend when you pick him up, or when you pick him up and go with?
I'm a promoter for a club, so I do need help, and I thought that was the agreement to go ahead and when I'm out of town, and I'm not, as she says, I do have the house, but I'm really there, and I do need help. He can't stay by himself in a house that big at 6 years old. I don't know. I know I couldn't, but.
Okay. Well, you'd agree with me that help means that you need to give her something, right?
And I do.
And here's the moment that really hurts the father's case. He openly admits he's been receiving child support from the child's mother. And when the judge asks why he never told his own mother, his answer is basically, "I didn't feel the need to." That's devastating. Because if your mother is housing your son, feeding him, taking care of him, and keeping his life together, then yes, she absolutely needed to know that money was coming in for that child. This is the kind of answer that instantly changes the courtroom energy, because now it sounds less like neglect and more like concealment.
Pay the health care, the $150. I do pay that.
Oh, wait a minute. So that's the missing link here. So you pay health insurance for your son already?
Yes, I pay the $150.
Why didn't you tell mother that? Why haven't you given her a health insurance card? Why haven't you given her anything? That's not fair.
It's not, but I paid for it. I thought that was, all I needed to do for my. I didn't realize I needed to tell my mom everything.
What do you, it's not serving Julian?
Wait a minute, Mr. Compost. Who takes him to the doctor?
Well, I haven't recently.
Okay,
when she
so
helps
it's
me out.
fair to say that your mom probably does it, right? So wouldn't it logically follow that she needs an insurance card or the information?
Yes, and it's just that
So
I may
you're
have,
letting your mom take your son to the doctor, and they have to call you or something to verify his insurance?
Then Judge Vonda B uncovers another layer. The father has been paying for the child's health insurance, but he never gave Grandma the insurance information or card, even though she's the one taking Julian to the doctor. That's not just careless. It completely defeats the purpose of having coverage in the first place. Insurance only helps the child if the caregiver can actually use it. So now Grandma has been paying medical costs out of pocket while the father sits on both the child support and the insurance information. At this point, the judge can clearly see a pattern of withholding resources instead of supporting the child directly.
So
Yes,
you're
I
paying
have right
out,
now.
she's literally paying
Yes.
out of pocket, but your son is covered under health insurance.
Yes.
So your mom is not only taking care of your son's medical needs, she's taking care of his daily needs. And you don't want to help her?
I do want to help her, and I thought she had all the help she needed. When Papa passed away, he left quite a bit of money for her, and I thought,
Okay,
it would
you
help.
just said keywords. He left quite a bit of money for her.
Yes.
Not for your son.
Yes.
Not for you.
Yeah, talking about going to Uber and such, but that's a pretty nice ring on her finger she has there. I don't know how many
Your
tips are
dad
needed.
got me years ago. This is not something I bought in the
And why
last 3
does that
years.
matter?
Because she says she does Uber and such. I mean, if it's really that low,
Oh
wouldn't
my
she?
God, Mr. Compo.
This is where the father makes a mistake that often backfires in family court. Instead of focusing on the child, he starts attacking the grandmother's finances. He brings up money she may have inherited from her late husband and even comments on the ring on her finger, almost as if that excuses his own lack of support. But the judge shuts that logic down fast, because Grandma's savings, jewelry, or inheritance do not erase a parent's obligation to help provide for their child. In fact, bringing that up can make him look even worse, because it suggests he's more interested in defending himself than helping Julian.
No.
Okay.
You
Sorry, Your
obviously
Honor.
came here to waste my time. What kind of club promoter are you?
Well, I'm sure you've seen me around, probably.
No, I haven't. You don't look familiar at all, but you're looking real unfamiliar now. I can't even tell this is your mother right now.
This is my mother. I love her dearly.
Well, I can't tell. You're not paying your mother. You're not helping your mother. She helped you. But I don't believe that she intended to help you for life. I don't believe she intended to raise your son. I mean, she raised you.
Yes.
She's a grandma.
Yes.
Your Honor, when my husband passed away, and since he lives alone in this big house, I told him we were gonna have to move to a one-bedroom apartment, or we could come stay with him. I'd have my private room, Julian have his private room, and he would have his private room.
Yeah, so we'll deal with that. You're okay with your mother in this one bedroom. Why can't she stay in the big house?
Well,
Inconvenience, he said. It would be very inconvenient.
How big is this house? How many bedrooms we're talking?
Maybe 800 square feet most.
And this is one of the most uncomfortable parts of the case. Judge Vonda B starts pressing him about the living situation. If he still has a large house, why is his mother and son squeezed into a one-bedroom apartment? Why wouldn't he let them stay with him? Instead of offering a compassionate explanation, he says it would be inconvenient. That single word says everything. Because the court is hearing that a grandmother who already sacrificed for him is now struggling to house his son, while he protects his own comfort. It's not just selfish. It makes him look emotionally detached from the consequences of his choices.
Okay. All right. Mr. Compose, how much money do you make a year?
48,000.
Really?
Yes.
You make $48,000 a year and you live in this big house in Plano?
Well, then that's where all the
and
money.
Club promoting?
That's what says to the house to make sure it's, I have so many members
Plus
in
the
the
child
house.
support. They didn't give me the amount because I'm not on the case, right? But who knows how much she's paying.
How much do you receive in child support? Because if she makes that kind of...
Just $1,000, and that's in that 40.
Just a grand?
You know how much that would have
Everybody
helped?
does not receive just $1,000.
Yeah.
Everybody don't receive that.
Well, I paid for the 150.
You came here to waste my time. What is it? What is the amount? So you pay yourself $48,000. You pay yourself that, right?
No, it's from.
Now the judge turns to the numbers, and this is where the father's story really starts falling apart. He claims to make around $48,000 a year, says he's paying certain expenses, and tries to minimize what's coming in from the child's mother. But the problem is that his financial story keeps shifting. The house situation sounds unclear, the rent explanation doesn't line up, and the judge can tell she's not getting a straight answer. In family court, once your credibility starts slipping, every number you give gets looked at harder. And right here, you can feel the judge moving from questioning him to actively calculating around him.
Yesterday.
Okay.
All right? So let me tell you what we're going to do. We are going to have the child support that you received, that $1,000, we're going to send it over to your mom.
Your Honor, if
Hold on. I'm not finished. And I know you want to hear this.
Okay.
That's just mom's portion. You're going to pay too. So mom is going to be getting what? About, let's see, you said 40. Now I'm going to take your word for it. I'm going to take your word for it, $1,000, all right?
Okay.
And you said $150 in health insurance?
Yes.
All right, so your gross comes out to $3,900. That brings your net to $280.28. And how many children do you have?
Just the one.
Just how many?
Just the one.
Just the one child?
Yes, just Julian.
All right. All right, so 20% of that brings your child support to $656. And that's giving you credit for the health insurance. So you have to continue paying that health insurance of $150. Child support to grandma is going to be $656, as well as the reallocation of the $1,000 that you received from mom going to grandmother.
This is the ruling moment, and legally it's a big one. Judge Vonda B doesn't just scold him, she restructures the support. First, the $1,000 in child support that he's been receiving from the mother gets redirected to Grandma, since she's the one actually caring for Julian. Then the judge calculates his own child support obligation based on his income and adds another $656 a month, while also requiring him to keep paying the health insurance. That means Grandma will now receive $1,656 monthly for Julian's care. In plain terms, the court is correcting where the money should have been going all along, to the person actually raising the child.
Yes.
Okay. Grandma, did you understand what I said?
I did understand. He's the only one thinking that I'm a fool. Now I understand why he didn't tell me about that medical coverage, because he would have known. I knew enough. I retired from the state. He knew that I would have known enough. Well, if you've got insurance, the card's probably got the mom's name under, whoever it comes under for Julian.
Yeah.
2 and 2 together and figured there's some child support following that too. But I just didn't think that he would sink that low. But I again didn't think he'd be taking Julian to Walmart after he goes mall shopping either.
Yeah, and what's that about, real quick?
Well, he's old. If I get him some 11s, he's gonna mess him up in a day or so.
Okay, I said real quick. That was too long. That doesn't even make sense what you just said.
Okay.
You can wear 11s, but your son can't. Shame on you. Do better, Mr. Compost.
Yes,
You know,
Your Honor.
I just
Do better.
noticed, I asked him for a confirmation necklace because Julian is fixing to make his first Holy Communion, and he's got that big, huge thing. I bet you it's not even fake.
But even after the ruling, the emotional damage in this courtroom doesn't let up. Grandma explains that now she finally understands why he kept the insurance information from her, because if she had seen it, she would have figured out that child support was attached to it. That realization hurts, because it turns her suspicion into confirmation. And then she circles back to the shopping story and even a religious necklace for Julian, painting a picture of a father who keeps finding excuses when it comes to his son. At this point, the money matters, but what really stings is how personal the betrayal feels.
That necklace, and he said, oh, I just can't. I can't do it. I can't afford it. I can't, and I knew that his mortgage was not $500 because I thought, well, then I should move to Plano to the big houses because apparently they're giving them away over there. But with that money that you're saying that we're eligible for, we wouldn't have had to sell the home that me and your dad lived our whole lives in, that we raised you in, and that I could still be in that home that I cherished so much. And you knew that I loved that home.
Well, if you manage your money right, then maybe you still would have the
Mr.
home.
Compost, shame on you.
I'm sorry.
Shame on you.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. And I need this for my promoting this.
And I need you to do better. How about that?
Yes, Your
That's
Honor.
what
Yes,
I need
Your
you to
Honor.
do right by your mother. I'm not here to counsel you or anything like that, but to hear that she had to sell the family home, but that's kind of heartbreaking. That is. You can only imagine the memories that are gone, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
So I need you to do better. And until then, so your mom can get this $656, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Is there anything further?
No, ma'am.
All right. Is there anything further,
No, ma'am.
Mrs. Compost? Okay. If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
So in the end, Judge Vonda B did more than lecture a father who wasn't stepping up. She redirected the financial support to the grandmother who had been doing the real parenting all along. The father walked in trying to explain away his choices, but the court saw through the missing insurance card, the hidden child support, and the lack of urgency for his own son's needs. What makes this case hit so hard is that it's not just about money. It's about a grandmother forced to sacrifice everything while her son looked the other way. If this case stunned you too, drop your verdict in the comments, hit like, and subscribe for more courtroom drama like this.
Rise, support court with Judge Vonda B is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB1062, Sanchez case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. Okay, Mr. Sanchez, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Okay, Your Honor. I'm want to sue her for child support because, my kids are always with me, and she's always at work. She's always working for the hospital. Yeah, we said back then that we could do this together as one. I went so much as far as swapping complete schedules. I started doing overnight shift now, just so I can be there for my kids and everything. And she was supposed to be working for mornings, which she was, but she volunteered.
This case opens with a father who already sounds exhausted. He tells the judge the kids are almost always with him while their mother is rarely around. What it's first is that he changed his entire work schedule just to be there for them. So right away, this feels bigger than a basic child support dispute. It feels like a dad who's been carrying the household alone and finally wants the court to step in.
Here for more hours, and even when she's not at work, she's just never home. I don't know where she is. She doesn't call us. She doesn't call our kids. My kids are always wondering where she's at. You know, I myself, sure, she can do what she wants as long as she lets me know where she is for her own safety. But my kids always wonder where she's at. They always for days at a time. She's never home, and we broke it off several weeks ago, and only with my income alone, I can't really just do it with just me and my kids, especially that one has autism. I've always got to take her to the doctor and whatnot, and for these past 3 weeks, I have not seen or heard from her, even as so much as trying to help out with the kids or anything like that. So I can't get it. I'm surprised she's even here at court today.
The pressure gets heavier when Dad explains that one of the children has autism. That changes everything, because this isn't just about normal parenting expenses, it's about extra care, appointments, patience, and consistency. So when he says he can't keep doing this alone on one income, it doesn't sound like complaining. It sounds like someone who's overwhelmed and trying to hold things together for his kids.
Okay, when you say kids, how many?
I have two.
Two, all right.
You mean we? Not you?
No, I have two.
Ma'am, I'm addressing him. So he answered appropriately, and you'll have your opportunity to speak, okay? All right, so you said you changed your job to now you work overnight?
Yes.
What is it that you do?
I drive an 18-wheeler. I drive locally. I deliver hospital supplies.
Okay, so I'm assuming that's how you all met.
Beforehand, but we had the same interest in the medical field.
Okay. All right. And how long has it been since you all stopped living together?
It's been, I want to say, a month and a week already.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to her?
She just...
As the judge digs deeper, Dad says the separation may be recent, but Mom's absence started long before that. According to him, she's been checked out for nearly 2 years. That matters, because the court looks at who has actually been doing the parenting, not just who moved out last. The more he explains, the clearer it becomes that he's asking the court to recognize a reality he's been living with for a long time.
For as long as I can remember, about 2 years now, she's just never been wanting to come home really. And honestly, I've caught her having some painkillers that I would only assume she's taken from the hospital she works at. She's either on painkillers, or sometimes I'll find needles around and whatnot. So I know she works at a hospital, so she's got to get the drugs from there.
Is there anything else you want me to know?
I just hate that it's really around the kids. The kids find it before I do most of the time.
Oh my.
Yes.
I mean, I'm not sure where he's getting this intel from, but that's
Obviously
not
the
true.
kids.
I mean,
are you saying your kids are liars?
they could be. I'm not sure.
You're not sure because you're not around.
Then the case takes a much darker turn. Dad accuses Mom of possible drug use and says he's found pills, needles, and signs of dangerous behavior around the kids. Those are serious claims, and even before anything is proven, the tone of the case shifts immediately. Now this isn't just about support, it's also about safety. And Mom's response doesn't calm that concern the way you'd expect.
Around that much?
I am around. I just have to work all the time. It's not my fault that, saving lives isn't important to him.
No, I believe it is important to him. I don't think that's what he's saying. He's saying that you're not contributing anything.
I am though. Like or sometimes, and
You feed them? You'd agree with me that that's your responsibility, right?
She brings them fast food and leaves again.
Okay, but it's food though.
But you don't sit there and spend quality time with your kids. You say, here's food, and leave.
The tablet works just fine. They can just eat and watch the tablet. Like, why is that a problem?
Because...
So you want to raise a child off of a tablet? You think that's okay?
They have educational stuff. I don't see what's wrong with it. Like, I need to go to sleep at some point.
When Mom finally explains herself, it doesn't help much. She says she works and sometimes brings food, almost as if that should count as enough. But the judge quickly points out that dropping off food and leaving is not the same as parenting. That's where the contrast becomes sharp. Dad is describing daily sacrifice and routine, while mom seems to think occasional appearances should cover the rest.
In time.
Interesting.
Me personally, myself, I sit there with my kids and I open a book with them and I help them with their homework. I feed them. I'm not much of a good cook, but I do what I can to put food on the table and spend time with them. It doesn't matter if I lose sleep over it. I mean, that's why I went to overnight, because I want to spend time with my kids.
Changed his shift to
As he
spend more
should,
time
he's
with
a
the kids.
dad.
As
but-
you should, you're a mom. The audacity.
I mean, but I have a more important job.
I mean, how many times are you going to say that? I mean, you have the audacity to say that he's a dad and he should do these things. You're the mom and not doing these things. He changed his shift. Why can't you?
Because it's inconvenient to me.
I've actually heard a couple times.
This next section really strengthens Dad's side. He talks about reading with the kids, feeding them, helping them, and sacrificing sleep just to stay present. He's not trying to sound perfect. He's showing the court that he's there every day. Meanwhile, Mom keeps falling back on the idea that because he's the father, this is just his role. And the judge clearly isn't buying that.
To where she says, I gave birth to him, it's your job to take care of him.
You believe that?
Yes.
Interesting. Wow. No, that's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. You are going to financially support these children, and I'm going to make sure of it today. And you may want to look into trying to do a shift change yourself so you can spend some time with the kids. I mean, obviously, I can't court order you or force you to spend time with them, but you should want to spend time with the kids. And I mean, considering that one of them has autism, you should want to spend more time with your kids.
I mean, I get it, but it's too much work having a kid with autism. That's why I just leave it to him, because he's better suited for that.
Right, yeah, no.
Then comes one of the roughest moments in the case. Mom openly says caring for a child with autism is too much work and that dad is better suited for it. That statement lands hard because it sounds less like a parent asking for help and more like a parent justifying why she stepped away. You can hear the judge's tone shift because that kind of honesty can do serious damage in court.
I'm not about to do this game with you. Since you left a month and a week ago, have you given him any money for the children? I don't need an explanation either. It's a yes or no.
No.
Okay, thank you. All right.
She's actually asked for money instead of giving.
And then you have the nerve to ask for money and the kids are with him?
He has an obligation to give me support.
You know what? I'm not about to play with you. You came here to waste my time because you have the same obligation to your kids. He should not be paying you anything if the kids are with him majority of the time. If there is the primary parent, he is tasked with the daily duties of caring for these kids. He shouldn't pay you anything, ma'am. And it is ridiculous that you believe that he should.
At this point, the judge cuts through all the side arguments and asks the key question. Since Mom left, has she given Dad any money for the children? The answer is no. And that answer matters, because it confirms that Dad has been carrying the financial load too. What makes it worse is that Mom still acts like he should somehow be helping her, even though the kids are living with him full time.
Yeah, no, we're not doing that. This is what we're going to do. How much money you make a year?
$60,000.
Okay, $60,000. Right, health insurance.
That's about I just have the individual. He has a family one under his plan. So I just
Yes.
pay $80 every 2 weeks.
Okay, health insurance. Is it insurance? Is the children under Medicaid? What are
It's
we doing?
Medicaid.
Medicaid?
Yes.
Okay. So you're going to have to pay that back to Medicaid, just FYI, unless you want to put them on private health insurance, which I don't see why you would have a problem with it. You're a nurse. You have access to private health insurance, right?
Yes.
So why did you just get an individual plan when you have a family? That was a question.
Because it's his job to take care of them, and I
Now the financial side starts coming into focus. Mom makes around $60,000 a year, yet the children are on Medicaid instead of being covered through her job. The judge zeroes in on that quickly, because if Mom has access to better coverage and still isn't stepping up, that matters. But just as damaging as the numbers is her attitude. She keeps repeating that taking care of the kids is his job.
Shouldn't have to spend
You know what?
money.
Don't say that again about what his responsibilities are and what his job is, because you're a mom. Period.
I mean, but I didn't sign up for it. Like,
countless times I've told her, yes, it is my job to take care of our children.
And you're
as a
doing
dad. And I'm doing well beyond.
She's not disputing that you're doing that.
Yes, and I feel
But
like
you're
I'm
not doing your part.
not doing enough for my kids.
I mean, but
and
you
only
also
because I don't
forced
have
me
my
to have
other
the
half.
kids. Like, I don't know why you're doing that.
Because
You don't want to have your kids?
I mean, like, when I was pregnant, I told him I didn't want him because I wanted to go party. And, like, he was just like, no, we got this. And, like, how is it my fault? He wanted them. So.
But you kept them.
no, the first we've talked about having kids and we've wanted kids.
I know, but,
once
like,
she
when
got
we were
pregnant,
older,
once she got
not right
pregnant
now.
and she knew she couldn't do what she needed anymore, or really what she wanted anymore, then it was just oh, this baby.
Then comes the statement that may have hurt her the most. Mom admits that when she was pregnant, she didn't want the children because she wanted to party. And she almost says it like that should explain why dad has to do everything now. But the judge makes the law very clear. Whether you wanted the children or not doesn't matter once they're here. They are still your responsibility.
He was really an inconvenience to our lives.
I mean, but you know
This
what I
child
like to
support
party.
payment is about to be an inconvenience to you as well, because you're going to pay child support. Whether you wanted them or not is beside the point. You had them, they are here, they are your responsibility just as much as they are his responsibility. So $60,000 a year. I have your gross set at $5,000. Your net is $4,101.87. Medicaid reimbursement based on 9% of your gross is $450. Do you think you can get health insurance through your employer that's cheaper than that for the children?
I mean, I guess. I don't know.
You don't want to look into it?
Not really.
we work for the same company. Yes, she does.
Oh, okay. So this is what we'll do. You just go ahead and pay that, and you can roll your eyes all you want to. I can roll my eyes too. We're just going to have you reimburse Medicaid that full $450. So that brings your monthly child support obligation for 2 children to $1,020.
From here, the case becomes all about the numbers. The judge works through mom's income, calculates child support, adds Medicaid reimbursement, and makes it clear that dad is the primary caregiver here. By this point, the emotional argument is basically over. The court has heard enough to decide who has been doing the parenting and who hasn't. Now it's just being turned into a legal order.
$25 plus the $450 reimbursement to Medicaid for $1,475. Now, it looks like dad also requested for you to pay back pay for that month and a week that you left and haven't given the children anything, and to grant his request. So you have arrearages in the amount of $1,475. That's to be paid at $25 a month. So your monthly child support obligation, including the back pay, is $1,500. You have any questions about anything I just said?
I mean, I just feel like it should be less. What am I going to be left with to party with? Like, what am I going to do?
I don't know, maybe pick up some extra shifts or work a part-time job.
Or take care of your kids.
You know, if she doesn't want to take care of her kids, I really don't care at this point. Sure, he gets some financial assistance.
I mean, but he makes enough money.
And I mean, you make enough money too. So again, do you have any questions about anything I just said?
No.
Okay. You have any questions, sir?
No.
Okay. Well, if there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Thank you, Your Honor.
In the end, the judge rules hard against mom. She's ordered to pay monthly child support, reimburse Medicaid, and cover back pay for the time she left without supporting the children. That ruling makes the court's view crystal clear. Dad was the one doing the parenting, while mom treated motherhood like it was optional. So what do you think? Was the judge fair, or should she have gone even further? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more courtroom breakdown.
All rise. Judge Vonda B court is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB 1038, Brown case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. Okay, Miss Brown, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, Your Honor, my sister, Jazz, she drops her 4 children off at my house all the time. I have 1 child, that's all I had. And so I'm looking to receive some child support for these children because I'm taking care of them more than she is.
And how many children did you?
All right, guys, this case starts with a family arrangement that clearly stopped being temporary a long time ago. Ms. Brown tells the court that her sister has 4 children, and those kids have been staying with her so often that it's basically become their home. Right away, the judge is trying to pin down one key fact. Are these children truly living with the aunt, or is this just occasional help? Because once the answer becomes yes, they're there all the time, this stops sounding like babysitting and starts sounding like a full-blown support case.
She has 4 children.
And all 4 live with you.
They, yes. I'm just gonna say they do, yes.
Do they or don't they?
They're there all the time, so yes.
Okay, how long have they been living
all
with
the
you?
time?
Excuse me, ma'am. I'm talking to her. I'm not talking to you. You will have your opportunity to speak in just a moment, okay? Okay. Thank you. So, how long have they been living with you?
For about 3 years now.
3 years?
Yes.
That is all the time. And has your sister given you any type of child support for her kids?
No, she has not. She'll give me $20 here and there, but
$20 for 4 kids?
$20, yes.
What about health insurance? How are these?
Now the timeline makes the case much heavier. Ms. Brown says the children have been with her for around 3 years, and during that time their mother hasn't provided real support. That detail changes everything, because family court doesn't just look at who gave birth to the children. It looks at who has actually been doing the parenting. If one person has been feeding, supervising, housing, and raising 4 extra children for 3 years, the court is going to treat that as a serious financial burden, not a casual favor between sisters.
Children covered under health insurance?
They do not have health insurance.
Because you won't put them on there.
Excuse me. That's the last outburst from you, okay? Thank you. Health insurance, is it available through your job?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It is.
So in order that the children are enrolled in health insurance, you're able to do that through your employer?
Yes, I am. I work for an advertising firm, so
Okay.
yeah, they should be able to
Do you
that.
know about how much it would cost?
Roughly $250 for all 4.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else you want to let me know before I move over here to your sister?
No, you can talk to her.
Okay. Now it's your turn.
Okay.
Then the support issue gets even worse. Not only has the aunt been getting almost nothing financially, but the children also don't have health insurance through their mother. That's a major problem, because medical coverage is one of the most basic responsibilities a parent can provide. The judge immediately starts asking practical questions. Can the aunt add the children through her own job? And how much would it cost? That tells you exactly where this is going. The court is already thinking ahead, not just about punishing bad behavior, but about how to stabilize the children's lives going forward.
First off, those are her nieces. She never says that when I drop them off.
Those are your kids.
I understand that. But I'm trying to make a living for me and my kids. I'm an upcoming artist. I have to go to clubs every night to
What
make
kind of
appearances.
artist are you?
I sing and I rap.
I've never heard you.
On
Neither have
Spotify,
I.
because I'm on there. I can sing for y'all right now.
No, thank you.
Look.
But I mean, here's the reality of it is, you have 4 children that you need to support.
I
Regardless,
am supporting them.
You're not supporting them, giving them $20. $20 is
her
not $20.
$20.
Excuse me, $20. 2 of them something to eat at a fast food restaurant.
Okay, I drop them off with some little Debbie cakes sometimes. Like, they good. It's a
Did
snack.
you really just say that?
They are 5, 4, and 3. Like, they don't need no big old meal or nothing.
5, 4, and 3. You're missing
Yes,
one.
ma'am.
You don't even know
I have
how old they are?
twins.
Oh, okay.
They're
2,
both 5. Yes, ma'am.
2, 5. So you expect her to support 4 children off Little Debbie snacks? Is that what you're telling me
provide
here
the Little
today?
Debbie snacks. So how is she supporting them off the Little Debbie snacks?
And you think there's nothing wrong with what you're saying, right?
No. I'm doing what
And then the mother begins speaking, and honestly, this is where her case starts falling apart. Instead of leading with concern for her children, she starts talking about being an upcoming artist, going to clubs every night, and trying to build a life for herself. But the more she talks, the worse it sounds. She admits the support she gives is basically $20 here and there, plus snacks, as if that somehow balances out leaving 4 children with someone else. The judge isn't just hearing a lack of money here. She's hearing a complete disconnect from what raising children actually costs.
I can.
Well, you need to
I
sing
am.
some more, because obviously you're underpaid and you need to be paying your
Ma'am,
sister.
I'm upcoming. so I can be underpaid. I'm getting whatever I can get. I do nails on the side too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So how much are you making with doing nails?
I mean, whenever I have a client, like every day, maybe 300 a week, maybe that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how much of that do you give your sister besides $20?
Whenever I
Zero.
get that, I give her a little bit of something.
No, that is unacceptable. And the fact that you came in this courtroom and actually admitted that is very sad.
Admitted what?
That you have not been supporting your children. You know what? I'm not about to play this
I
game with
have
you.
been.
Obviously, you came here to waste my time. You have $90 in Little Debbie snacks. And don't say
She's
that
talking
again.
about a couple
No, ma'am.
times $20.
Oh, I'm
A
sorry.
couple of times
I put
is
food
a couple of times.
in their mouth
Excuse
when
me.
they're home
She
with
drops
me.
off.
Hold on 1 second. Excuse me. It is not her responsibility to take care of your children. If you are going
I
to leave your,
understand
excuse
that.
me, you obviously don't understand because you're not listening to what I said.
This is the moment where Judge Vonda B really tightens control of the courtroom. She makes it clear that whether the aunt never said no is irrelevant, because these are still the mother's children and the legal responsibility never shifted away from her. That's the core of the case. You do not get to repeatedly leave your kids with a relative and then act like small cash handoffs count as support. The judge is drawing a hard line between family help and parental obligation. And once she does that, the mother's excuses stop sounding like explanations and start sounding like avoidance.
If you are going to leave your children with your sister, first of all, it needs to be an agreement that she even wants to take in 4 additional children.
If she didn't want them, she could say that. She's never said that.
No, it doesn't
I've
matter.
definitely
These are
said
your
that.
No, you
children,
haven't.
not hers. So you know what's going to happen today? You're going to pay her some child support, and it's going to be more than $20. I can assure you that. You provided this, never mind. This tax return, who did this?
One of her boyfriends.
No.
One of her
He
It
boyfriends.
was
does
my
that.
last baby daddy mafia. Okay. He did it for me.
Oh,
He been doing
okay.
taxes for years.
Right, and he reported you at $30,000 a year?
Yeah, about that.
That's all you make?
Yeah, just about that.
Okay. Let me go ahead and calculate. We came here to waste my time. So at $30,000, I have your gross calculated at $2,500.
Yeah.
Excuse me? Are you painting your nails in my courtroom?
Yeah.
Now the case moves into the financial proof, and this is where the court stops listening to excuses and starts working with numbers. A tax return is brought up showing the mother at roughly $30,000 a year, and that gives the judge a real basis to calculate support. But then comes one of the most telling moments in the whole hearing. While the judge is trying to go through the figures, the mother starts painting her nails in court. That kind of behavior can destroy whatever sympathy she had left, because it makes her look completely detached from the seriousness of the case and from the needs of the 4 children this hearing is supposed to be about.
I didn't have time because I had to be here
Go
this early in the
ahead
morning.
and put the top on that nail polish. Because I need you to pay attention when I read these numbers off to you. Because
know
I
what
can
I
assure
make.
you, I
You
can
need
assure
to know
you,
what I make.
I can assure you it's going to be more than $20. How about that?
That's
Your Honor,
fine.
you see what I have to deal with?
I definitely see what you have to deal with, but you know, I can't necessarily control how your sister behaves. That is up to her. But we can make sure that you are receiving more than $20, okay?
I appreciate that.
So at $2,500 gross, that brings your net to $2,004. And you said $250? Okay. So your child support obligation for 4 children is going to be $700.
Once the calculations begin, the emotional chaos turns into a legal consequence. Judge Vonda B breaks down the income, factors in the number of children, and then includes the cost of health insurance the aunt would have to carry for all 4 kids. This is where family court becomes very straightforward. If the children are living with someone else, and that person is covering the day-to-day costs, then support has to reflect that reality. The judge isn't guessing or negotiating here. She's using the financial information in front of her to create an order that actually matches the burden the aunt has been carrying.
$101 plus.
$701. I can't afford that. I got gas.
Oh, now
I
you're
got
paying
food,
attention.
I got a.
Oh, okay. So
Whatever.
$701
Yeah.
plus the $250 comes out to $951 a month to pay your sister.
I don't have that, ma'am. So
Well, you know what?
I don't
It
know,
doesn't
whatever
matter.
you need to
So
do.
why do
what
I see you on
ordered.
I'm not
Instagram
gonna
popping
have.
bottles at the
Excuse
club?
me,
Why do I
excuse
see
me.
that?
Guess what? Guess what? It
cause
doesn't
guys
even
bought
matter.
that for me.
It doesn't even matter. You know why? Because you're up and coming, which means one day you're going to be up and you're going to be coming $951 in child support. Is there anything further?
No.
Is there anything further?
I ain't got that. I already told you that. So,
Okay,
I mean,
so you don't
can
have
write
any
it
other
up, but-
questions? All right. You all are dis.
And in the end, the ruling lands exactly where this case had been heading. The judge orders the mother to pay $701 in child support, plus $250 toward health insurance, bringing the total to $951 a month to the sister who has been raising the children. The mother says she can't afford it, but by then the court has already heard enough. This wasn't just about money. It was about 4 children being left in someone else's care while their own mother treated support like an afterthought. The judge made it clear that if someone else is doing the parenting, the law is going to step in and force the responsibility back where it belongs. If this case stunned you too, drop your thoughts below, hit like, and subscribe for more court.
Rise. Judge Vonda B court is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB 1012, case of the Malkoviches.
Thank you. You all may be seated. Mr. Malkovich, am I saying it correct?
Yes.
Okay, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Where do I start?
At the beginning.
Okay. Well, cut to the election. The Great White Hope gets elected. I thought our household would be happy about it. I find out I'm married to a libtard, and she starts going off the handle, and like eventually she's just partying and doing all this nonsense and gets on H. Smack.
All right, this case starts with pure tension. Mr. Malkovich comes in asking for support, but before he even gets to the legal issue, you can hear the anger pouring out of him. He accuses Martha of falling into addiction, abandoning the family, and leaving him alone with 2 very young kids. So right away, this doesn't feel like a simple child support case. It feels like years of frustration, betrayal, and resentment all crashing into one courtroom at the same time.
Like a loser, and goes off the rails, leaves me, we got 2 kids, 2 and 5-year-olds, and just leaves me to take care of these kids. So okay, I'm like, okay, fine.
Okay, so now we're getting into the important part.
What do you mean? I'm giving you backstory. Isn't that what you're here? Don't you need context?
Yeah, but all the name calling and
Name calling?
jabs.
I'm just telling you. I'm giving you context. Okay. This idiot needs to go to.
Okay, you will refer to her by her name. Your name?
Martha.
You will refer to her as Martha. Okay?
Martha.
She will not
has
be
a
a
heroin
libertard,
problem,
whatever you said, and an
I
idiot.
took her to rehab, which cost $20,000.
Okay.
That was all of our savings, all of our money. It's supposed to be the kids' college fund, but I figure the kids aren't going to go to college if they have a mom on heroin.
Now the story gets heavier. Mr. Malkovich explains that Martha went to rehab, and he says their savings, even money meant for the children's future, was spent trying to get her help. That adds a whole different layer to this case, because from his point of view, he wasn't just abandoned emotionally, he was left carrying the financial burden too. But even with all that pain, the judge is trying to keep him focused, because if he keeps turning this into a personal attack, he could end up hurting his own case.
Pretty bad example. So let's get it
But
situated.
she got the help, right?
Yeah, she got the help.
Okay, so
she
that's
joined
what's
the cult.
important.
She drank the Kool-Aid. She stayed longer than her stint. Met some guy named what's his name? Paul. Met Paul. You know, the globe-trotting Paul. What was Paul into, huh? Meth? Whatever. They're clean and sober together. She comes back, you know, after spending an extra
Mr. Mal,
yes, I mean...
did you come
always
here to waste
interrupt
my
everyone
time?
who's
What
in
is it
court.
that you want me to do?
Oh, okay. She's now got her life together. Her and Paul got a little apartment. I let her see the kids every now and then, you know, make sure that, you know, I'd leave them unsupervised sometimes. Not to mention, then when I do that, she's on Instagram with these weird friends, they're rehab people, introducing them to our kids. But anyway, I want money. She works now. She works out. Like she didn't even work out when we were dating. Now she's gonna keep it tight for Paul. But yeah, who wouldn't be? I spent all my money in just to fund a heroin addiction, and now she comes back and she's all, Joe, you got her life together. And I'm like, well, okay, you know, I'm a good guy about it. She can see the kids, you can take them to Brahms, all that kind of nonsense, but you know, if she's going to participate in their lives, I need a little bit of cash.
Ma'am, I just want to see my baby.
At this point, the core issue finally becomes clear. Martha has gotten out of rehab, says she's trying to rebuild her life, and now Mr. Malkovich wants her to contribute financially if she's going to be part of the children's lives again. And legally, that's a fair issue to raise. If the kids live with him full-time, then she may absolutely owe child support. But the tension here is obvious. He doesn't just want help. He wants accountability for everything that happened before.
I was just getting ready to cut him off and move to you. Martha, you just want to see your children?
Yes, please.
Okay, and do the children live with him? That's a yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so the way that it works is, if the children live with him, you are supposed to be paying him some sort of, I mean, even though he's a little, you know, out there, he still is entitled to receive child support for the support of the children.
I don't mind that. I don't make very much, but
Excuse me.
I'm just telling you.
Excuse me. Did she cut you off while you were giving that elaborate story?
I mean, she hardly knows how to speak English. How's she going to cut me off?
No. Did she cut you off?
No.
Okay, thanks.
Okay.
Now, Martha, how much money do you make?
This is where the case takes an important turn. Martha tells the judge she wants to see her children, and she doesn't seem to be fighting the idea of paying support. But she also asks for unsupervised visits, and that changes the conversation completely. Now the court isn't just looking at money. It's looking at trust, parenting, and whether she's truly stable enough to have more freedom with the kids. That's a much bigger emotional question, especially with addiction already in the background.
$26,000 with tips a year.
You're laughing at that, but you're in this courtroom asking for her to pay you child support.
It's either that or just leave me and the kids and let us live our lives and just stay out. You know, they don't need an addict as a mother to be constantly. Do
you want me help you get child support? Because if not, we can stop this today.
Yes.
And
sorry.
You can come back another day when you're.
Missing work. You know, some of us make more than 26 grand a year.
You didn't take anything before you came in this courtroom today, did you?
Take anything? What do you mean?
Yeah, you know what I mean.
No.
Oh, okay. I'm just making sure. You seem a little jittery.
Well, I'm a little. My kids' lives are on the line. I'm a little nervous.
Here's where Mr. Malkovich starts making things harder for himself. The judge is trying to ask simple questions about Martha's income and move toward a support ruling, but he keeps interrupting with sarcasm and side comments. And that matters, because in family court, how you act can affect how your case is received. He may have real concerns, but the more he loses control, the less he looks like the calm, responsible parent trying to do what's best for the children.
Well, they're not really on the line if she got it together. And she says she wants to see the kids. And I think you should allow her to see the kids.
Okay, I do let her see the kids. She can get.
Yeah, but you do not have to demean her while doing so.
Ma'am,
Yes, ma'am.
I know that he's right. I did have a hard time about a year ago. But like I said, I'm at like he said, I am seeing somebody else who I think is very good for me.
Okay.
Mainly I don't mind paying whatever child support, but if we could work unsupervised visits into the agreement, I would really appreciate that. I just don't want to see him anymore.
I think she should have some unsupervised access, considering that.
Martha actually gets a decent moment here. She admits she had a rough period, says she's doing better now, and tells the court she's willing to pay support. But what she really wants is a chance to rebuild a relationship with her kids through unsupervised visitation. That's the emotional center of this case now. Recovery is one thing, trust is another. The judge has to weigh whether Martha has truly changed, while Mr. Malkovich clearly still sees her through the lens of everything that went wrong before.
She's gotten her stuff together.
Well, how does that work? I mean, because who decides that? Like, can the first one be with another third party that comes?
I don't think that's necessary.
You're suggesting that I leave my children alone with her, right? Like, she could go to a park and there's some dude peddling H, and one of my kids is getting hit by a car. Like,
Okay,
it's
I'm going to stop you right there. I'm
unfathomable.
going to stop you right there.
Yeah.
And this is what we're going to do.
What are we gonna do?
First of all, is get your foot. What are you doing?
What do you mean? What am I doing? I'm listening
You
to
are.
you. Go
You
on.
have a cigarette in your mouth. There is no smoking in this.
Why would you be smoking in here?
No, there
What,
is no
you want
smoking. Wait, bailiff. Before he leaves, I need you to know this. We're going to reset your case.
And this is the moment the whole hearing falls apart. Instead of staying calm and letting the judge work through the visitation issue, Mr. Malkovich spirals into extreme scenarios and emotional outbursts. Then he pushes it even further with behavior that completely crosses the line in court. At that point, the judge isn't just dealing with a child support dispute anymore. She's dealing with someone who can't control himself in the courtroom. And once that happens, the legal issues almost take a back seat to the behavior.
Because obviously you have a lot going on. So when you're ready to conduct yourself in a way that's appropriate for this courtroom, then you come back and ask me for some relief.
So you want me to come back and
No,
miss
what I
another
want you
day
to
at
do,
work?
what I want you to do, listen to what I said and get out of my courtroom.
This is a kangaroo court.
Well, thank
This is
you.
absurd!
Thank you. This is what we're going to do, Mark. We are going to reset your case to a later date. Just make sure when you come back, you have your financial documents with you, okay?
Okay.
Okay, if there's nothing further, you're dismissed.
In the end, this case doesn't close with a final support order or a clean visitation plan. It gets reset. And honestly, that says everything. The judge makes it clear that before she can help sort out child support or parenting time, Mr. Malkovich has to come back ready to act appropriately in court. Martha is told to bring her financial documents, and the case is pushed to another date. So the biggest takeaway here is simple. No,